Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Right now in this country, both William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua can not work together. Even if they reconcile and go back to office, everyone or each one of them will be suspicious of the other. They will never work in peace, and no one will take the other person's advice, however good it will be. That is the situation we are in now, because we have a deputy president who has been impeached, and on the ballot together with the president they were elected, but he stand impeached regarding Gachagua. His officers have been locked. He cannot discharge his mandate as the deputy president. He don't go to the office. He only stay at the official residence of the deputy president. No vehicle, no security, no staff. Then on the other hand, we have a deputy president-elect. I am saying he is elect simply because when Ruto nominated Kithure Kindiki's name and presented it before the National Assembly, they had a decision either to vote for him or reject that name. And you need to know that. So, the National Assembly overwhelmingly voted yes for Kithure Kindiki. Hakukuwa na mwenye alipinga, wabunge wote walipiga yes. So Kindiki was voted. Sio mtu mwenye alikuwa appointed alafu akakuwa grilled ndio president aende amwapishe, hapana. So we have two, one who is standing impeached, another one elected by the National Assembly. So we are in this dilemma where the duties and responsibility of the deputy president cannot be discharged because no one is in that office. Offices zimefungwa. Sasa tuko na rapid security police something that are in charge of that building. No one can enter and no one can leave. Iko hivyo. So senior counsel AhmedNassir was trying to give his views as far as what might happen in the course of next week, because now this matter is before the court and they are the one who are going to have the final say and the final directive. So I want us to look into what he's trying to share. But before we go deeper into that, just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. According to senior counsel AhmedNassir, Kithure Kindiki is going to be sworn in as the next deputy president. Rigathi Gachagua might win this case, but he will not be stalled back as the deputy president. Instead, they might go to an extent of out of the court settlement with this government. Then they proceed to go back home to Madeira, kuchunga ng'ombe, and wait to fight for another day. To that extent, I think the impeachment will have been overturned, and therefore, in as much as he will not be in office, I see a positive side. In the immediate next election, he can come back. Let us go through what the senior counsel has shared. Number one, the conservatory order will be discharged by the 3-judge bench latest by next week, if not by Friday. Number two, in these orders, Professor Kithure Kindiki will be sworn in as deputy president. 3, both High Court and the Court of Appeal will quash the impeachment of Honorable Rigathi Gachagwa on the ground that he was denied the right to be heard during the Senate trial as he was sick. Both courts will order his immediate reinstatement. That means the High Court and Court of Appeal are going to agree in terms of the right to be heard to reinstate Gachagua back in office. That will be their order. But listen to this. Number 4, the Supreme Court deploying M-Pesa. Now the issue of money has been mentioned here. M-Pesa will hold that fine. They are going to agree with that, with what the High Court has said and the position of the Court of Appeal. They will agree with that. Right. But he continued to say here, but he can't be reinstated as Professor Kindiki is in office. The Supreme Court, they will agree. Indeed, your ruling is right. But now, where they will disagree is that Professor Kithure Kindiki is in office. It will not be a moment of creating a constitution crisis. So Gachagua will not be reinstated. Number 5, this is his now conclusion. Somewhere in between, don't rule an out-of-court settlement, whereby Gachagwa's impeachment is set aside and he agreed to go back to Madeira to fight another day. Then at the end of this, since the Supreme Court will rule that there is another person in office, Gachagua will not go to the office. So if they leave it there, Ruto and Gachagua will have to agree out of the court settlement. That means they can negotiate, in my view, Gachagua to have his security back. They can negotiate Gachagua to have his package in a retirement. Ikue hapo, they can agree Gachagua to get his entire salary for 5 years. Apewe. They can agree the full package. Paka na magari na nini zirudishiwe Gachagua. His security. So, if they settle on this, Gachagua can go in peace home. Awachana na haya mambo. That is what Senior Counsel AhmedNassir is trying to propose. What I'm just wondering about his views is that how will Kithure Kindiki be installed as the deputy president? Because he has to take an oath of office. If they are saying that he is already in office, does it mean because the National Assembly has voted for him, so he is already there because he has been voted for in that office? But he has mentioned the element of M-Pesa. What Senior Counsel is trying to tell us is that there can be a possibility of the Supreme Court being compromised by the executive so that they can be bribed, if I say openly. Because we talk about M-Pesa. You are telling us that this court is going to be compromised. What we know is that Supreme Court is a political court. Their decision is final, but it might, sometimes they even make wrong decision based on the political situation. So they will look into the current political situation. Can Gachagua work with Ruto? The answer is no. Can they work in peace? No. There will be frustration. there will be sabotage. So looking into the political situation, they can easily buy into what Senior Counsel AhmedNassir is trying to propose here. So that can be the situation. I don't know your views, but let us put in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.